scared, stand up, stay brave. For the people, by the people, we built this joint. All facts, no filter, always on point, speaking truth to power. We done playing by the rules, taking back what's ours. Fuck 40 acres and a mule. Yo, yo. This is America. This is America. This is America. This is America. This is America, land of the free, home of the slave.
Due to increasing censorship across social media and state media, the FTP podcast will pause discussion of topics related to Israel and/or the Jewish community for the time being. This decision has been made to protect the platform and keep its content unfiltered. The podcast will address these topics again when censorship is no longer a factor.
And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
This is Don Juan Daquan Johnson reporting live from the FTP newsroom. The FTP podcast has once again come under fire for telling the truth about white people. In response to what they describe as the latest violation of their First Amendment rights, FTP is pivoting to the FTP network, for the people, by the people, giving power back to the people. The FTP network will serve as the new home for the FTP podcast, Knick Knack After Dark, Court of No Appeals, the Bitch Happens podcast, and more. For updates on the FTP network and the latest news in politics and pop culture from the Black perspective, watch the FTP podcast Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern, and Sundays, 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at For the People Podcast Show. Here at FTP Network, we say the quiet part out loud so you don't have to.
Are you exhausted from constantly moving the goalposts? Is your energy crashing like the economy? Introducing Red Bullshit, the only energy drink endorsed by RFK Jr. This crisp, refreshing, fentanyl-flavored energy drink will have you more hopped up and wired than Pete Hegseth on a Monday morning after a weekend-long bender. It's practically meth in a can. Whether you're storming the Capitol or storming out of a Starbucks, Red Bullshit keeps you wired, not woke. Made with 1,000 milligrams of caffeine and an ingredient we can't legally tell you about. The great taste of rage with 0 calories and accountability. Red Bullshit energy drink. Hydrate your hate.
Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Say it again, y'all. Arrogant racist, look out. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Ooh. From DEI to DUI, the DOD is DIY. Israel first, America last. Now Iran is on that ass. Wanna pull out, but the condom broke. Won't run through homeless, don't want the smoke. Drop bombs over Baghdad. You ready to go? Getting screwed on the daily. You a GI ho, Benny's hiding peak. You on your own, Iran got that fire, bitch. The heat is on. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Say it again, y'all. Arrogant racist, look out. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one.
Shut the boat, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT.
For the People podcast. I am your host, Vision X, and this show is for the people, by the people, to bring power back to the people. We'll be joined by the other co-hosts later today as well. I want to say hello to everybody that's in the chats right now. Also, if you're on any other platforms, please remember we do this every time during the show. So if you're on any other platform and you send a message, it doesn't come through, just come to YouTube. You'll be able to see us, but we'll go ahead and we'll give you a shout out just to say, hey, we acknowledge you. K is my name, KK Flow, Lady G Forever, Jamie Mason, T Coop 67, Gene and Clay 3865, The Cosmic Blue Autistic, Lady G Forever. I think I said that before, but I'll say it again. S Dupree, good to see you. Donna Jean, Germany 2263. All right, so I think that is everybody in here so far. So just remember, if you're on any other platforms, just go ahead and make sure to send a message. We'll give you a shout out during the beginning or end of the show. In addition to that as well, everybody know we're working on our network, okay? So what we're going to do right after our first, line of everything, just going through our first video segments, what we're going to do is we're going to have you go to the actual website so that way we can see how many people are actually on there. So that way we can understand if it's going to crash or not, or if there's any issues. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure to put you actually on that website. So we're going to put the link in the actual chat feature, and everything will still be live. So YouTube will be live, Twitch, everything will be live, but we're going to make sure we put the link in the actual chat feature, and then we're going to have you go to the website and watch the show on there while everything is still recording today. Okay, so we're going to put that link in here, and I'll put it right here at the bottom right here, so that way you guys have it. And all you'll do is you just click on it. And so once you click on it, then that way you'll come directly through, okay? We're going to go to our first video. And I know that some of y'all probably seen the Met Gala. There's been a lot of interest that's been going on in regards to the Met Gala. And we're going to take a look at what some people have to say about the Met Gala, and then we're going to show you some actual videos and photos. And we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, so I want to talk about the Met Gala, and it's not good because I really need to understand, what are we doing here? When I say we, I am talking to the Black people who participated in that event that was sponsored by an oligarch. I am with Taraji. What are you doing? Okay, because let me remind you of who you were supporting last night. You were supporting a man who owns a company that treats its employees like crap, that doesn't pay its employees well, even though it makes billions of dollars and pays zero in corporate taxes every year. You're supporting a man whose company rolled back DEI, its supplier diversity programs, okay? And a man who owns a newspaper that he ensured to endorse Kamala Harris. And he is a reason why we are here today in a crisis with a government that is trying to take us back to the Reconstruction era. So I want to know from you, all of you, Beyonce, Rihanna, Ciara, Tayana, all of the people that I saw walking that carpet. Did you really need to throw on a cape and a crown and twirl around on the carpet? You don't have enough fame already? It was that important to be canoodling and supporting a person who is actively contributing to the demise of Black people?
And that's actually on our shorts. You can go look at that as well. But also Jennifer Lewis has something to say as well, because a lot of people was confused of why Beyonce and Doja and all these Black people are showing up for people that don't even like Black people. So take a look. She has something to say. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I hadn't seen any of it. I had been running around all day. And then my girlfriend called and said, Jennifer, they showed up anyway. I said, but they cut nearly 30,000 jobs and gutted the Washington Post. They showed up anyway, posturing and posing, hoping to be the most. They cut $1 billion in funding for children's nutrition.
And that's also on our shorts as well. You can go and review that. And also Taraji P. Henson, she said something as well. She asked celebrities attending Bezos-backed Met Gala, what the fuck are we doing? And it's just like people are trying to figure out, clear example, Janelle Monáe, she played in, I forgot that movie, but it was a movie about these slaves. And these slaves were, I guess it was like in the current time, and they were snatching people that was like successful or whatever, and they were sending them to this plantation, Antebellum. I want you guys to go watch it. That's what the movie was called, Antebellum. So go watch Antebellum. And what she was doing is that she was going there, and they had her as a slave. They was really murdering people there. They were really essaying and raping them and all that stuff. And so, but Janelle Monáe was there. This is Heidi Klum. She showed up. Doechii, she showed up as well. Not surprised at Beyonce. She was also sitting next to Trump and all them during the prison thing. So I'm not surprised about Beyonce. Not surprised about the Kardashians. I was a little shocked about Rihanna. I know Rihanna shows up to the Met Gala a lot, and she's usually there a lot. But I thought like what Zendaya did and everybody else, I think she should have sat this one out. But I mean, this just goes to show you what actually happens. And these were just some of the stars that were there. And so I want to know what you guys are currently thinking about that, because a lot of the celebrities are really frustrated that they still showed up to this Met Gala, knowing that they shouldn't have showed up to this Met Gala, and especially the black ones, but they still showed up to be famous, but they're already famous. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. And Nikki, what do you think as well?
It's a double-edged sword. I guess some people could say it definitely was tone deaf given the grand scheme of everything that's going on. But it's something that, people sometimes look to as an escape. Everything that's going on, criticizing fashion, that's not out of the norm to use award shows to, escape what's going on, to make fun of the rich people and all of that type of stuff. I mean, it was very underwhelming from the stuff that I saw. So I guess that's what it gets for still going with it, because they're never on theme. So it's like, I don't understand the purpose of even having a theme when you never really stick to it. Even Beyonce, I love her. It was 10 years away from her being there, but it didn't wow me. Blue Ivy took it to me. Like, it just, even her comeback, it didn't wow. So I guess, that's the thing. People just weren't as hyped up for it because, again, given the circumstance of everything that's going on, I think they would have been like, okay, let's, we're going to give the money to X, Y, and Z, or having Jeff Bezos, paying all that money just to be the chair of it. And then the wife shows up in a fucking navy prom dress. It's just like, what are we doing? I mean, I'm no better. I'm still getting shit from Amazon, but hey, we're poor people. We're not rich people, so we can't be judged on the same fucking scale. But I do understand people that are saying that it was very tone deaf, because it is. And if that's the case, you could say that about all award shows at this point. Everything that's going on, all this shit is tone deaf. You could say the Oscars was tone deaf, but we tuned in for that. So, it is what it is. It's always on people to complain. So I understand both sides. It wasn't like, honestly, I forgot about it. I thought about it and I was like, oh, let me go on People and see what the dresses are looking like. And then I was like, oh, I'm underwhelmed. And I went on to the next thing. So it doesn't have the same power or the same feeling that it once had, because it's just none of it in the grand scheme of shit. People can't afford gas. So worried about a $10,000 dress, we really don't give a fuck about. So it gives us something to talk about other than, politics for a minute. So I will say that. But, I didn't really care about it one way or the other. Like I said, Blue Ivy took it for me. It was nice to see her little debut and, how she came out. But in the grand scheme of it, I didn't care. Like Beyonce, I love her, but she underwhelmed me. I was like, I wanted more. If we're going to do it, do it. But I understand why they show up. But it's nice to see celebrities like Jennifer Lewis and Taraji be like, hey, what are you doing? And even though, Don Lemon, he gave like a 10-minute course on the history of Black fashion in light of the Met Gala. So yeah, it's a mixed bag for me. It underwhelms me, but given the time, either way, I really didn't give a fuck about it. So most people just underwhelmed. They look like every dress I saw. Like I saw some that was like, okay, you get it, and then others I was just like, you show up and you do this. Like I knew it was garbage when it did. Like a few years ago, they had the theme of camp. And nobody had the vision to be like, let's pay homage to Troop Beverly Hills. Let's pay homage to the Phyllis Neffler and give you a stern khaki cape. Like nobody thought about this. So it's just like, at this point, it's dressed up for rich people, but it pisses me off because they never follow the theme. So you never get what it's supposed to be. So every year I find myself being pissed. Now, Janelle Monáe, every year she don't disappoint.
Yeah.
She is going to give you avant-garde every year. So it's a mixed bag. We can sit here and say it's tone deaf, which it is, but at the same time, it gives you a breath of fresh air to critique rich people and make them feel like shit. So everybody wins.
Absolutely. And also, viewers, we want to let you know, so we are testing out our new network. So as you know, we played a video before. I was reading about something earlier today. They're about to do this whole new revamp on a lot of social media platforms where they're just, anybody's content that they don't want to recommend, they're taking it off. Anybody's content that they deem offensive, they're going to shadow ban or block it. I've been seeing a lot of people's content happen like that. So we are working on our own network. So earlier I put in here in the chat, this is a link to the actual website. We need you guys to go over there, click on the actual link. You'll click on that link, and we want you to go right now to the website. Everything's playing the same way, so you're seeing all this stuff happening in real time. Go ahead and play it on the website, and we want to make sure that it's actually working for you. Now, if you have two computers, you can do the same as well. That way it's playing at the same time, or two phones or whatever. But just make sure that you go to the website so we can get this done. We're trying to get this completed for you as soon as possible because you don't want to wake up one morning and we're not here no more. So it's best, we want you guys to click on this link, make sure that it's working, and that way we can test it. So we need all you guys to do that at the same time, okay, while the show is going on. We are going to go into our next topic. And as you know, there has been a few things going on in politics. This is going to be a very /racial heavy day today. Now, this is a town that's actually in Pennsylvania. Actually, it didn't pop up. Sorry about that. This town in Pennsylvania right here. Now, this is in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania bans a whites-only housing by 1 vote. So white folks in 2026 are still wanting all-white housing, all-white towns, all-white this. It's like I kept telling everybody, for every one white person that's next to you, the next one is just racist. It's just the way it is. They won by 1 vote. So I want you guys to take a look at this video. We'll be right back.
1 vote. It took 1 vote to stop Pennsylvania from having only white housing. 100 people voted for this in 2026. But honestly, I'm not surprised. As a real estate agent, trust me, I'm telling you, I see it all the time. But I've never seen it in writing. And this hits different, man. This is bigger than Pennsylvania. This is a problem that we really have. And I keep telling everyone, representation matters. Who you hire to represent you matters. Who you vote for to represent you matters. But this is something that you should all be paying attention to because only 1 vote stopped Pennsylvania from having only white housing. This came into effect because of a Return to Land organization reportedly formed the only whites-only community in Arkansas, and they tried to expand it into Pennsylvania. And like I said, it took 1 vote to stop it. But guys, if you think about buying a home, if you think about doing anything when it comes to real estate, make sure you're hiring someone that knows the laws, that knows what's going on, that's staying in tune with everything, and just make sure that people that you are putting in place to represent you are truly representing you. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. 2026, it took 1 vote to stop all only white community.
And also, this was them talking to somebody in Congress in regards to do they understand what the amendments are? These are people that has been elected. Take a look. We'll be right back.
Just tell me about the 22nd Amendment. What does it provide?
The 22nd Amendment, Senator, my career has mostly been in criminal prosecution. I haven't had an opportunity to use that one specifically.
Anyone able to help on the 22nd Amendment to the United States Constitution?
Senator, I believe it is the amendment that deals with the two-term limitation.
Correct. It states no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Mr. Mark, is President Trump eligible to run for president again in 2028?
Senator, without considering all the facts and looking at everything, depending on what the situation is, this to me strikes as more of a hypothetical, something that could be.
It's not a hypothetical. Has President Trump been elected president twice?
President Trump has been certified the president of the United States 2 times.
Is he eligible to run for a third term under our Constitution?
I would have to review the
All I need to tell you is the language of the constitutional amendment that makes it clear that no, he is not eligible to run for a third term. Anybody else brave enough to say that the Constitution of the United States prevents President Trump from seeking a third term? Anybody willing to apply the Constitution by its plain language in the 22nd Amendment? Nobody. All right, let's...
Somebody else has something to say about all this Voting Rights Act and things that's happening. Take a look. We'll be right back.
I am so fucking tired of white men cosplaying the apocalypse. The only fucking reason why we needed the goddamn Voting Rights Act in the first place is because of white men. I don't care that you don't fucking see the value in it. Neither did your great-grandfather. And that's the fucking reason we have it. It got passed in the fucking 60s. I am tired of it. I'm tired of fucking pretending that the motherfuckers responsible for us needing it aren't alive. They're alive, and you call them grandma. So no, white boy, I don't care what the fuck you think about the goddamn Voting Rights Act. I don't care. I don't care what any white person thinks about it. At fucking all. Because the only reason we need any of this shit is because white people needed to be told in writing not to be awful. That's why. You guys don't like that part, but that's what laws are. They're telling you not to be a piece of shit. It's very weird that we have so many fucking laws surrounding race because white men won't fucking be better. They won't be better. They won't do better. It doesn't fucking matter what year it is. In the year of our Lord, 2026, we are still discussing the merits of black people fucking voting because you are not different than your fucking ancestors. I am so fucking tired.
So I wanted to know what y'all thought about that because I know in California, even if California and New York redistrict anything, I think that it's not going to change much because you have so many other states like Texas, which is massive, all of Oklahoma, Kansas, all these states right there. If they redistrict everything, I think that, you know, based off what you're seeing with racist people still believing in Trump's vision, they still believe that he's going to save them. They still believe that he's going to lower gas prices and food prices. They still believe in this stuff. So their vote is not going to change. So I'm trying to, you know, figure out like how this is going to work, especially with the election coming up recently in November. So I want to know what you guys thought about that. Let me know your thoughts. Nikki, go ahead.
I mean, I can feel his frustration, but at the end of the day, we are where we are. It's what's done is done, but I can definitely feel his frustration. I hate the fact that some people think he's a white man. So if you don't see the original video, there are some videos that are like using his voice as a sound. So I'll just make sure you, if you're on TikTok, go to the original and support, you know, his sound so that, you know, he can get a coin off of that. But I can definitely understand, you know, his frustration, but this is where we are. Is only going to get worse. But, you know, we entitled to, like I said, he has the right to holler like that. One vote away from all white housing. I mean, isn't everything else all white housing? Isn't like, you know, what's not all white? The whole everything is practically all white. And what he said is, I don't know if it was his video, it was someone said, you have to have laws We have laws so that white people can act right. So we literally have, that's what laws are. Laws are literally there for white people to not do weird shit or white people to not do illegal shit. Because think about who sets these things. That's what laws are. Laws are for white people to are there so white people don't kill everybody else. So white people don't rape, because who do we learn the behavior from? We were these things, everything we learned is coming from them, with the exception of washing our ass. But when I'm talking about behavior, violence, all this type, we're not naturally violent people. Where did we learn that from? Them. They set the structure. So the rules are so that they don't do, the rules are really not to protect us, well, really to protect us from the shit that they're doing. It's so white people can act morally correct. That's why they're trying to get rid of the fucking laws and change the laws, because right now the law is the only thing that's stopping them from doing shit, and they don't even give a fuck about that. The president of the United States don't even give a fuck about the law, because he's telling you white people are above the law. Or white men, not white people, but white men are above the law. And the only reason that white women are tolerated is because they have to create more white people. If white men could fuck each other and make babies, women would be fucking murdered. Women would be non-existent. White women would not exist. If white men could fuck each other, get each other pregnant, and keep the race going, keep the lineage going, they wouldn't need white women. You bitches would be out of fucking luck. All of y'all would be eradicated. That's the bottom line. They don't want you except for that purpose. The only purpose you serve is to make more white people. That's it. Outside of that, they don't give a fuck. They don't want to hear from you. They don't give a fuck about your opinions. They want black people back on the fucking auction block. They want all the Latinos gone so that the black people can be the slaves again. That's all they want. And if you're going to be here, you're going to be a slave. That's the ultimate end goal, to either kill us off or make us a slave, whether it be on the chain gang or just by working. Like it's going to be slave labor. That is all the shit is designed to revert back to. Make America great again. When you heard it, you knew what the fuck it meant. When was America great for white men? Pre-civil rights. White men could do whatever the fuck they wanted, whenever the fuck they wanted, to whoever the fuck they wanted, and nothing was going to happen. They could rob, rape, murder, pillage, didn't fucking matter. Get away with it. They could do it to white people. They could do it to white women. They could do it to black men and women. They could do it to Latinos, all of it. They could do whatever the fuck they wanted. When Trump said I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and nothing is going to happen to me, that's what the fuck he was talking about. And everyone, that is the biggest dog whistle in the world. Make America Great Again is the biggest fucking dog whistle ever. And it is a Klan dog whistle straight from the Ku Klux Klan. And if you heard that and you still voting for him, you knew what the fuck you were voting for. You was voting for this shit right here. When you wear that hat that says Make America Great Again, that is what you're voting for. As women, you should be ashamed. As white women, you should be ashamed. Because what you're saying is, I want to go back to a time where my husband or any random white man on the fucking street can rape me, beat me, do whatever he wants, and nothing's going to happen. And I have no recourse whatsoever. That's what you bitches want signing up to go for. So when your husbands start knocking you back into the middle of the fucking next week, I want you to take every black eye, courtesy of Donald J. fucking Trump, okay? Every fucking fist is coming with that bitch signature on it. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. Don't call nobody. Oh, my husband is beating me. Don't give a fuck. You better take that licking and keep on motherfucking ticking. It's Timex, baby. Take it and keep going. I don't want to hear it. I'm out of empathy. This is what y'all voted for. Y'all didn't want the black lady. You wanted slavery. You wanted you'd rather be oppressed. You white bitches been dying to be oppressed. You want to be oppressed so fucking bad. Well, here the fuck you go, bitch. How you like it? How do you like oppression? Don't seem too good now, don't it? It's it. You don't like being a nigga. You don't like being nigga adjacent. Y'all don't like it. Y'all starting to figure out nigga adjacent ain't what the fuck is cracked up to be. But here we are. Can't hear you, Chris.
I'm sitting up here talking. I'm sorry. Hazel Shea says, to be honest, I'm a Californian, and it's really not because they have yet to discuss the homeless that is taking over the state, and we're still struggling to survive type of deal. And then Donnie Hughes says, Sister Hazel Shea, I've been saying that for a long time now. We've got to unite as Black people. We got, but our people love the white man too much. That is true. I've seen a lot of that happen. And also, want you guys to do now. We're taking a little pause right here. Nikki, what's the website that they're going to be selecting to go to our website? The website address.
Well, the address, because we weren't technically ready for that. But if you go to the FTP Podcast Network.com, when you get there, you're going to click on FTP Live, and there'll be a drop down that says FTP Live PC Mobile. That is the one that you're going to click on, and you can join the chat over there. Now, if you join the chat over there, we can't see it right now because we're still on Restream and we're using the other channels. But you can go on the chat over there to just give us feedback, let us know how it's going. And at the end, there should be a submit form for feedback that you guys can let us know how it's working out over there, because we need to test as many people as possible to see how much it can handle. So when you go to our website, just go to the FTP Live portion and see FTP Live, click on that, and then you can press play and watch the show from there.
Okay, and so we had discussed this yesterday, actually. So this is the website, you guys, right here. You'll go ahead, you'll click on it. Now, I just did a more of a demonstration for you guys while she was explaining that. We're trying to make sure we get these numbers up because we want to make sure we get as many people as possible to see that if there's any crashes or any network issues that's happening. We just want to make sure that we can be able to fix it, okay? I do see a few of you guys already in here already. So K is my name. Coochie Coupon. That's in there. KK Flow. A few of y'all. So yeah, please join the chats over here in FTP Network. Now, if you have two computers or two phones, you can still stay on this one as well if you're on YouTube or etc., because that's where we'll see your chats for right now. But right now, we're also testing this because we want to make sure and ensure that there's no issues with the network. So when we do launch this officially, we can just go ahead and get you guys moved all the way over here. She also said about there's actually a survey at the end of it, so please make sure to complete that survey as well. I'll be doing this all throughout the show to make sure that everybody's aware, everybody understands what the goal is, so that way there's no more issues with this. And we're going to go into our next topic here. Actually, we're going to continue with this topic right here. So the U.S., we spoke about this briefly, and somebody reached out in Instagram in regards to this. They wanted to know about the government turn off the cars remotely. This is actually a bill that they're going to be passing soon, and so they want to talk about it. So I want you guys to watch this video right here to see what your thoughts on it, and we will be right back. That's actually not the right video. 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to make sure that this is up here, and it is not working. All right, let's try this again one more time. All right, we'll watch this video first, and then I'll go pick up the other one. This is Laura Loomer calling Candace Owens, a nappy-headed hoe, but if somebody said the same to her, she'll be upset. Take a look. We'll be right back.
Reason there's a lot of people that are really afraid of this nappy-headed black bitch who just has a lot to say, but not really a lot to offer. So I'm not afraid of Candace Owens, and I'm happy to match her energy. I'm happy to wrestle in the mud with that bitch and, roll around and hurl insults back and forth with her if that's what she wants to do. I'm not afraid of Candace Owens. There's really honestly nothing that this woman can do to me. There's nothing that Candace Owens can say about me that's going to harm me. Candace Owens is a liar, okay? And she's a deeply insecure woman who is very unloved at the end of the day. This is a woman who is allegedly in a relationship with a gay man who is always going to feel the rejection of her family, the rejection of her mother, the rejection of her family that she claims left her alone when she was 14 years old, right, to fend for herself. This is a girl whose parents gave up on her at a very young age, and she is not loved. For some reason.
And that was Laura Loomer, the jigsaw face. And then also with this, and continuing on in politics, this was what I was explaining about the U.S. is trying to pass a bill to stop your cars. Take a look. We'll be right back.
You may have heard recently that the US government passed a law that enables them to turn off people's cars with a remote kill switch. This bill passed in 2021 as part of a $1.2 trillion Infrastructure and Investment Jobs Act, and this was hidden in Section 24220. Also, it should be widely known that members of Congress regularly do not read the bills that they vote on, and that's exactly how we got the Patriot Act. This bill does not grant law enforcement the ability to remotely shut off any car for any reason, but it allows the following. Federal law states that all new cars after 2026 must include modifiers that will shut down the car if they determine you shouldn't be driving. And that's not just drunk driving. With this invasive technology, they can literally use any reason, such as you having a headache, being tired, having a heightened heart rate, being angry, going somewhere that they determine you shouldn't go. And the infrastructure hasn't been added to the vehicles yet. However, do you trust your government? Because I don't. And they were literally conducting illegal surveillance for decades, and then they passed the Patriot Act that retroactively legalized their surveillance. So theoretically, they're probably already doing this. The bill also allows for breathalyzers and other tests to be performed on drivers within their own cars without consent. It will be able to detect your blood alcohol level and your mood and everything else from your steering wheel, air sensors, and other means. And what's funny is you do not have the right to opt out, turn it off, or turn your car back on after its computer hits the kill switch. Today is drunk drivers, tomorrow it's people who are questioning their government. Also, they can murder people by remote controlling their vehicles. Hi, Anne Hesh, Ellen DeGeneres' ex-girlfriend. The only witnesses to those crimes would be the car's computer. So you have cameras watching your face, eyes, the steering wheel reading through your skin, and ambient breath sensors constantly sensing the air and feeding data to algorithms that decide whether you can drive or not. It's constant surveillance of both your body, your behavior, your mind, your emotions. And in January of 2026, Thomas Massey authored a recent amendment to defund this provision, and it failed. And they're going to lie to people to try and justify the existence of this surveillance technology and say, well, what about public safety? And think of all the lives we're going to save. And then.
So I'm going to read some of the comments before we start. Somebody says, guess it's a good time for me to own my Honda 2008. And somebody said, horses are looking good right now. So this is the thing. You have Laura Loomer, who is sitting here. Let me go to another one. Sorry, you guys. I'm not sure why that is not working. Laura Loomer, if somebody was to call this woman any type of name, especially anything about her race or anything, she would be all upset. White folks get upset so much when you say something about them. But she's calling Candace nappy-headed hoe. Let that sink in for a little bit. The other thing that's interesting is that if they go through with this bill, which I think they are, because the Supreme Court's been passing everything. They just gutted the voting rights, so they gutted everything. If they go through with this means that if they don't like you, they can shut your car off. If they don't want you to go to work, they can shut your car off. If they feel like you are doing something or you're against the government, they can shut your car off. That's what's scary. And then also just think about it. You get stuck in, Jim Bob's tow truck factory out in the middle of nowhere and you disappear. Your car's gone. So audience, with Nikki, what do you think?
Well, as far as the Laura Loomer shit is concerned, calling Candace Owens a nappy-headed hoe, that ain't my business. That's not black business. Candace Owens said white lives matter. You got to take that shit up with them. I don't have nothing to do with that. You calling Candace Owens a nappy-headed hoe, that's not black business as far as I'm concerned. That's directly between you and her. She let it be known white lives matter. So then you that's a criticism she got to take up with. Maybe she could find some other white people to take up on her behalf, but that sound like that's coon business. That ain't black business. That's coon business. So I don't feel no type of way about that. As far as like the car shutting off is concerned, yeah, my husband and I, we're not driving right now. Like he's doing his trucks and he's away, so I'm at home. So there's no need for that right now. So when we purchase a car, it will be an older model, because people weren't buying new cars to begin with. So if you really want to gut the car industry even further, continue with this type of shit, because nobody's gonna buy a car. At this, the price is already ridiculous. So when you're gonna add all of these features, that's going to cost money, which means it's going to add to the price of the car, because all of this shit ain't coming with the base model. And they're starting to do subscription with cars anyway. So just like if you got OnStar, they started that being a subscription. Now they're going to start other things that are in the car that you need are going to start being part of a subscription service.
Mm-hmm.
So you already bought the car, you're leasing the fucking car or whatever, and now you got to pay all this extra stuff. So it's like they're making everything a la carte, and it's going to cost you more in the end than it would be. So it's like they can't even move used cars now because CarMax is out here charging for an old ass car, 10 to 15 years old, the price you would pay for a new car. So the auto industry is already in trouble. You're making everything worse because you're going to make it. The government is literally making it where nobody is going to be able to leave here. You're not going to buy a car. So the auto industry is going to go on the decline. We don't have the infrastructure where we can travel from place to place. You can't even have the infrastructure to travel from state to state without an airplane. But they're making that super expensive. Put the gas on top of that. People are already not driving because of the fucking gas.
Mm-hmm.
You can't count on Lyft and Uber anymore because they're doubling the prices because of the fucking gas. So this is all a part of the plan. But if you start doing this shit, we're not America anymore. Like we're fucking South Korea. No, North Korea. Is it North Korea? North Korea is Kim Jong-un. We're fucking North Korea. That's what he told you. He wanted to be a fucking dictator. He told you this shit. And who's implementing this stuff? The billionaire tech people. The people who got rent, who just nobody paid attention to them in school. These billionaires these tech billionaires are the ones who wanted to shoot up the school and didn't have the balls to do it. So now they're getting back at America at the fucking world. This is it. This is what happens when you give people too much fucking money and you give people too much fucking power. This is what happens. And you poor, dumb white people, you poor, dumb Latino people, you poor, dumb browns, y'all voted for this shit. You voted for this. You left a fucked up country to come here and make this country even more fucked up. You left a dictatorship to come now and be in a fucking dictatorship. He told y'all, if you vote for him this time, you never have to vote again. He told y'all that shit out his own fucking mouth. He got dementia, but they always still say the truth. You ever notice a white person with dementia can forget everything but how to be racist? They can forget everything else. Their name, the president, the day of the fucking week, their birthday, everything. But they can't forget nigger. They can't forget that shit. That's ingrained in their fucking brain because it's in their DNA. It's starting, all this little shit is adding up to big shit. Took away abortion, taking away voting. They're going to take away white women's right to vote. Then they're going to take away the Civil Rights Act. And then they're going to revert us back to being colored. And this is the colored wildfire. And really and truly, that shit ain't never left, to be honest.
It really hasn't.
Because the shit that's the poor stuff is still in black neighborhoods. And the only thing is it don't got color written on it. But it's still fucked up. And then when you go to the white side, everything is nice and good, even though you dirty motherfuckers. But y'all got the nice shit. Y'all dirty as fuck, but y'all got the nice stuff. This is how it started. You white bitches are not going to be satisfied until you wearing them red fucking bonnets. And you better not dare open up your mouth to a black woman and ask for fucking help. You don't dare open your mouth and ask a black woman for help because we told y'all this shit was gonna come. We told y'all this is what white men was gonna do to y'all, and you said, "Fuck you, nigger. I'm white." All right, you're gonna be white, but a white slave, because that's all y'all are to white men. All white women are to white men are fucking slaves. You just get to walk the fuck around. That's it. And you thought that just because as white women, you get to tell everybody else what to do. That's your one fucking perk. So you'll vote for the white man as long as you get to tell everybody else what the fuck to do. Now, when your rights get taken away, now you're looking at everybody else like, hell no, bitch. We tried to help. We sitting this one the fuck back. This ain't nothing new to us. Y'all been doing this shit to us from day one. But here we are. So we just gonna have to roll with it.
Yep. And also, before we start with the next segment, I am going to put this again in the chat. We need you guys' help. I'm trying to let you guys know they are blocking people's content. They're taking people's content off. They're doing all this stuff. So if y'all want to continue to be entertained by FTP, I need you guys to do this. So from the email that was sent to a few others, this is the link. I sent the link that was sent in the email that was sent to everybody. I sent this earlier as well. Click this link, and when you click that link, I'm going to show you what you need to do, so that way we can test on our network. We want to see if it works. So what you're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the actual website. So that's when you click on the link. When you click on the link, it will open up like this. All you need to do is go to FTP Live and click on FTP Live PC/mobile. Once you click on there, it's going to open up our current video. We are on it right now. You're going to click on enter stream because this will pop up instantly, okay? We already see people to the right here, okay? Now, when you come on this page, before you click play right here, my name is Vision right here. I'm going to click right here. You'll change your name, and you can change it to whatever, and you'll type it in there. Please do this now. I'm trying to let you guys know people are getting their pages taken off, all that stuff. So if y'all want to continue to see FTP and y'all say y'all love us so much, please make sure to come over here and do this. That way, if anything happens over there, we still have this right here, okay? So make sure to go over here and join. I see Jamie joined, Epic Zucker joined, Gracious Lovelace joined. So please continue to join. We got to test the network. We want to make sure it's working for you guys. We want to make sure to continue to build community. We want to make sure that this is still happening. Once it is done, all you do is click play, and you'll see this is what I'm currently displaying right now. And I'm talking down there. So this is currently live. So we need you guys to join and test this out. Thank you, Affectionate Ride. We appreciate it. Please continue to join throughout the show. And also, to be honest, you can watch it from there as well. But we need as many people as possible because we want to make sure how much the bandwidth can actually hold for one people at one time, okay? So the more of y'all join, the more we can...
Sorry.
Oh, that was what happened.
That was my phone.
All right, so please do that throughout the show, you guys. We appreciate it. We need to test the server. Jason and Trey are testing the server on the back end, so they're working on that stuff. So please just go there, pull it up, join it, okay? That we need as many people as possible, okay? We are going to go into our next segment, and I call this White People Crashing Out. This one was really interesting because the news was interviewing him, and he was proud to be racist. He was proud of it. He didn't care. He didn't care if nobody's seen him. He's happy to be racist. So take a look. We'll be right back.
Ryan Fitzgerald back speaking with NBC 10 after it was revealed this viral video was actually planned by him and his twin brother, Sean. Who was in the robe?
Me. I was in the robe.
Investigators say they orchestrated the scene on Main Street Monday night. Ryan admits he wore the robe. Sean admits to filming. Sounds like you have regrets about the whole thing.
You bet I have regrets. I'm very angry. He knows where my head is with this whole thing. He's been getting screamed at for the last 48 hours.
Do you regret it at all?
Do I regret it? Regret my delivery? I regret... Actually, no, I don't regret. No, I don't. No, I don't. Nope, I don't, actually. The more I think about it, no, I don't.
Police say despite how it looked, there's no evidence linking the brothers to any hate group. Do you have any connections to the KKK?
I wish, but no, not at the moment. I don't. I don't have any connections to them.
The stunt sparked outrage nationwide, but especially in West Warwick.
Even if it is a joke, it's not funny. It has no place in our community.
Residents are grateful police took it seriously.
Social media can be great, but not for something like that.
No charges have been filed against the brothers. Police say the investigation is closed. Ryan.
And you guys, this is currently happening right now. This guy is proud to say this on the news. This is the actual news. Interviewing this guy. He's proud to say this stuff. He's proud to be a racist. He said he wished he knew a group. Proud to. And then I don't know what actual store this was at, but they just getting out of hand. Take a look. We'll be right back.
The cop, get out! You fucking nigger!
If a white man call you a nigger, he must wear an ass whooping.
You a fucking low-life little bitch! Get out, bitch! Get out! You a little low-life.
Sir, I'll call police on you.
I'll beat your ass on my uncle's grave, nigga! I'll beat your ass, nigga!
calm me down.
You're going to jail. Boy, I'll beat your ass. Nigga, do it again. I'll beat your ass. Don't hit me. I'll beat your ass. I didn't do anything wrong. I'll beat your ass, nigga. I didn't do anything wrong.
It's over with.
I'll beat your
Drop an N-bomb, you.
And also take a look at this. This was also being recorded. Be right back. Say soon.
As a racist, how do you go from this?
So, what are you doing in my country? What are you doing in my country? Answer the fucking question. What are you doing in my country? Answer the question. What are you doing in my country, nigga? Yeah, back up, nigga. Yeah, back up, nigga. Answer the fucking question. What you doing in my country? Oh, you need me to speak your language?
To this.
I'm just here to talk. I'm just not trying to get drunk, bro. I just want to get this done and over with. Alright, you're gonna apologize to all of them then? Yeah, absolutely. I will absolutely apologize to everyone, bro. I will apologize to absolutely everybody. Come on, nigga. What's up? I just want to apologize. What's up? I'm apologize. What's up? I'm gonna apologize, okay? Stop. Get on your fucking knees, kid. Yeah, kid. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Talking to elderly people like that? Are you dumb? I truly am sorry, bro. What the fuck are dumb? Excuse me, it's not. Off my property. Hey, stupid ass. Why you off my property now?
Just look at the state of him. Constantly apologizing, saying he just wants to be done with this, after he literally went out of his way to be racist and harassing an old man that did nothing to him. But this goes to show you, this is what most racists will do in real life when confronted by people who are actually about it. As a racist,
And somebody from the comments, they said, my country, but they burn in the sun. Another person says, was the old man white because the hard R was dropped a few times? I'm telling y'all what, I was talking to another friend that was traveling down Santa Monica, nigger. Friends are trying down LA, Los Angeles niggers, yelling out there. They're calling people spics and specs, all types of stuff. White people. Y'all better be careful out here. Y'all think it's a game. It's not funny no more. It ain't a joke. This voting rights stuff ain't a joke. These people, they will literally have you hanging from a tree. That was interesting. And this was in DC because I was talking to a few friends in DC about the story that happened where the Latino dude was hanging just a few feet away from the actual police station. How did the police not see that? I tell you, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all better be careful and y'all better be safe. Trump gave these people a license and they just, I have so many videos that was in our inbox. I don't know if Nikki's seen them earlier. There were so many videos. I said I had to choose out of 30 of them, probably 3 to show you guys today. That's what's going on. Audience, Nikki, what do you think? Oh, you're on mute.
The reason why white people keep doing what they're doing is look at the consequences. Look, they just said that shit to a Latino. That's how you know, because he's sitting there saying nigga, 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 and it's not to a black person. Mm-hmm. So you're sitting there saying that to a non-black person, and you see that they're trying to humiliate him, but that's not gonna work. You should have whooped his ass. That's the problem. That's why they keep doing the shit that they're doing, because it's no real consequence. It's no real consequence. Because you see how when he was by himself, when they do shit and they get caught up by themselves, all of a sudden they the victim.
Yeah. But
if it was a group of white people, then it wouldn't have been up there. Start whooping these people asses. When they get to acting like that, like they all tough and they're gonna do something, call them on their shit. But that's why they do what they do, because it's no real fucking consequence. Cause you calling a Latino a nigga, that don't do nothing to fucking them. You think they give a fuck?
Nope.
They was just able to corner you because it was more them than it was you, and then you felt fucking bad about the shit. But that's the problem. It's not enough. It's no real consequence. They say this shit and y'all be talking too much to them. Either walk away, knock them the fuck out, or you gonna roast them and keep giving them the business until you embarrass them. But that like just constantly filming them and telling them to say it again and all that type of shit. Put the phone down. Put the fucking phone down. Roast them, embarrass them, put hands on them, or walk the fuck off. But continuing to put the camera on them is not doing anything. You're giving them, all you're doing is letting them be seen, which is what the fuck they want. They want to be seen. They don't care about being seen. If you could whip Rodney King's ass on fucking camera, and it was the ass whooping scene round the fucking world, and all of them got acquitted, you know good and fucking well having shit on video ain't what it doesn't mean everything. It's not gonna guarantee an acquittal. It's not gonna guarantee a conviction. None of that shit. So either roast them, embarrass them, knock them the fuck out, or walk the fuck off. But keeping the camera on them, going back and forth, oh, what you said, call me that, hold up, all this shit back and forth, fuck all that. If they approach your car, fuck all that back and forth. The minute they touch your property, you can put the pause on. Now, if you choose not to do that, that's your business. You know, hey, we understand. You don't want to go to jail. But to continuously film them and go back and forth with them, you niggas be doing too much talking for my liking. Y'all be doing entirely too much talking with these people. It need to be one and done. Fuck them up or leave it alone. But stop going back and forth with them. I'm so tired of seeing these videos where y'all be talking too motherfucking long for me. Knock them the fuck out and keep it pushing. Or don't do whatever you gonna do. Say whatever you gonna say to them. Make them cry. Embarrass the fuck out of them. And go on about your day. Or pull a them on them. Get to acting like a fucking Karen. Don't do it right. Do it white. That's what I said. And I meant that shit. Either do it white or leave them the fuck alone. But y'all niggas be talking way too much for me. Fuck all that.
Yes, and I'm going to read some of your comments here. Sorry, we're trying to work on a few things here. So I have a lot of screens open right now. Case Monet says, stand on your BS. I wish they would have hide anyone anymore. Oh, no, I agree with that. Case Monet also said, a little snot-nosed high school boy. And Hazel Lachey says, Grandpa could get it too. And before we go into the commercial break, because we are going to talk about, there's some stuff that's going on with the cosmetology school. I guess they are going to do away with all that. And you know that affects a lot of Black people. So they're going to be doing away with that in licenses. So that's something that we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about this hospital that been having issues with some Black people in there. And they've been just extremely racist. And one nurse told a Black woman that if you don't be still so we can put the needle in your arm, we're going to actually, you might not wake up. So there's a lot of videos that we're going to be showing right after this as well. But before we do that, please make sure we have put this in the chat, okay? And some of y'all have received instructions. If you want to see additional instructions, just please put in the chat, hey, please send us additional instructions. And then Jason and Trey will send you some information to go to the website. This is the website we're working on. We're trying to get everybody to go to the website to test it out. So this is a test all week, okay? We want to make sure that it's working for you guys because people's accounts have been either canceled or blocked or anything. And we want to make sure we have a network for you guys so that way we can continue to be here and that there is no issues, okay? Actually, I'm going to go out of this one real quick. I'm going to go to this next one. And I'm going to show you what you need to do when you log into the website, okay? It's real easy. It's not hard. All you're doing is going to the website. You just click on the link that's right there in the chat. This is the website right here. This will pop up. You're going to see FTP Live. It'll also say the same on your mobile phone. And then you'll click on FTP Live PC Mobile. Once you're there, you'll see this. It's going to say enter stream. You just click on that. And to the right, you see my name up here. But yours, you'll click on here and you'll change your name. And you'll change it and you will come over here and it will say like Industrial Noter, he joined. Infallible Murdoch joined. Thank you guys so much for doing this. We appreciate this. We need you guys to start joining because we're going to be moving all of our stuff over to our own network. So we ain't going to be on these other platforms like that no more. Just want to let you know. Once you're done with that, then you'll go ahead and you'll just click play and then it'll pop up play right here. And then you'll see us on your actual screen, okay? So I just want you guys to know that. So please go ahead and do that absolutely now. So that way we know that it's working. Also, let me just do one more thing here real quick just to make sure that it is working here. And then once you're done with that, when you enter stream and you click play, this is me currently talking as you see it at the bottom of the screen to the right with Nikki. And we'll go ahead. Thank you, Felix. Thank you, Tender Easy. Thank you guys for joining. We need as many people to join as possible because we're trying to make sure that the actual network can hold as many people as we can as possible, so that way you guys continue to get FTP content, okay? So please come over here. Thank you, Hungry Rods and Jen. I know this ain't your real names, but thank you guys for joining us. So we appreciate that. We are about to go to our first commercial break. We will be right back in a few messages, and stay tuned.
Trey Rich Live is here with the summer anthem, Black Boy Joy. Turn it up, drop it low, catch the vibe. Black Boy Joy, out now, streaming on all platforms. Black Boy Joy merch is exclusively available at the FTP store. Order now at ftp-store.printify.me.
For many black women and children, staying in the United States is no longer the safest option. New Grassroots was created to change that. This initiative is focused on one mission: helping black women and children relocate to safer, more supportive countries. New Grassroots covers passports and visa costs, but the vision is bigger. New Grassroots is aiming to cover flights, travel essentials, and up to 3 months of safe housing. The work is already in motion, but it can only grow with your support. If you believe in creating safer futures, visit linktr.ee/datdamnjanae and make a donation today. New Grassroots, creating protection, relocation, and liberation for black women and children.
Do you suffer from model minority syndrome and constantly vote against your own best interest? Did you vote for a man that thinks your existence is a threat to national security? Introducing MAGA Manny, your pint-sized political pick-me compadre. MAGA Manny comes equipped with top-of-the-line self-hating accessories. First up are these patriotic-themed maracas, perfect for dancing your way to your deportation hearing. Next is the I Know Black, I Latino identification card. Whether you're being questioned by ICE or the neighborhood Karen, just pull out this card and instantly bond over your anti-blackness. Then there is the rosary. Who needs freedom when all your faith is in a wannabe dictator? And finally, heavy-duty trimming shears. Because documented or not, those hedges aren't going to cut themselves. Habla inglés? Sí. Just press Manny's buttons to hear iconic phrases like,
Me vote for Donald Trump. Me no black, me Latino. Donald Trump will save us.
MAGA Manny will never be white. But just like you, he'll certainly die trying. MAGA Manny, fighting for a table he'll never be allowed to sit at. MAGA Manny is exclusively available at your local ICE field office. Citizenship sold separately for $5 million.
Welcome to the Dow is 50,000, baby! Where ICE kidnaps American citizens, the Epstein files still haven't been released, prices are up, rights are restricted, and the country's falling apart. But hey, the Dow is 50,000, baby! Tonight's prizes include a lifetime supply of propaganda, a pre-denied insurance claim, a one-way ticket to Gaza, and a bonus spin on the wheel of fascism. Who gives a fuck what happens to you? The Dow is 50,000, baby!
People tend to listen better when white women talk, so you know what? I'ma just let the white woman say it.
How many videos am I gonna have to make to tell you if you don't look like me, but you think because you're not black, it's not gonna happen to you? It's gonna happen to you. And the irony is your proximity to whiteness is never gonna save you, and the call is always gonna come from inside the house. Let's not forget that just a week and a half ago, they found a 19-year-old Latino boy hanging outside of a police department in Washington, D.C. We will never like you. We will never accept you. We will use you. We will abuse you. And then we will toss you aside. She's a dead woman walking.
And the lie detector detected no lies. But anyway, guys, this is a very interesting conversation because although black and brown people or black and Hispanic, black and Latino, whatever you want to call it, although we do not share the same history in general or the same struggle, like many people like to say, which is mostly black people, because we love to say that we're the same as all minorities for whatever reason. We have a very common delusion. Like, they believe in general that they are playing on the same team as white Americans in the same way that we generally believe that we are playing on the same team as they are. And it is so much evidence that that is not true. I feel like they make it known, like, Hispanics make it known that we're not on the same team, and whites make it known that they're not playing on the same team. It's Hispanics, but it's like we don't get the memo, and it's the weirdest thing in the world. Obviously, this has been going on before I was born, but it's like Hispanics literally petitioned the government to be classified as white, and the black and brown movement came after that. So it's like, did the ones who facilitated that, did they?
Hey, you guys, welcome back to For the People Podcast. I am your host, Vision X, and joined by Nikki, our Queen of Judges herself. And we are playing that video because we're going to start adding actual clips to let people know exactly what's really going on. That clip will be one of our rotating commercials because, as we stated before, we kept trying to tell y'all, white folks don't mess with y'all. And I saw a video where somebody was talking about, oh, you know, I'm a white Latino, white this. And I'm like, they don't want y'all. They don't like y'all. They don't want you around. They want you gone. So at the end of the day, until you guys get it, that's what we'll have as one of the commercials, okay? We are going to go into our next segment. And this was something I pretty much call, you know, them using our stuff. And every time like black people do something, we spoke about this the other day regarding the, what's it, cloud bob? And they're trying to rename it as the afro. We talked about like how they, you know, made us look bad for eating chicken. And now all of them have a chicken shack, chicken this and chicken that. The same thing with watermelon. I mean, watermelon and chicken, that used to be a bad thing towards black people. And then now you have all these white people with watermelon farms. And they're the only ones that's experts in watermelons. So everything that we do, they always spin it. They say it's stupid. Oh, your braids are stupid. Now white girls are wearing braids. Oh, you know, your door knockers are stupid. Now you're wearing door knockers. It's like everything that we do, they say it's stupid so they can go and take it and give it to Ann Woodtor's ass. So that way she can go ahead and put it on the runway. That's how I kind of see it at this current time. So we're going to take a look at these two videos, and I want you guys to let me know what you think, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Okay, so these are the CEOs and owners of the 3 biggest watermelon farms in the United States. Fun fact that after the Civil War, black people used watermelon as a cash crop to try to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And then white people who were angry at them for making money made fun of them and dehumanized them by making watermelon be a silly thing to eat. And they used federal institutions like the USDA to systematically steal land from black people until they no longer could watermelon farm. And then they continue to this day to stereotype black people and make them feel like shit for eating watermelon. Fried chicken, too. After the Civil War, black people tried to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and mostly black women, as a way to make money. And then white people made fun of them and dehumanized them and delegitimized them for eating food with their hands like barbarians. And then 2 white people opened up this restaurant called the Coon Chicken Inn with this big red-lipped black caricature as the door to the restaurant. And it was pretty successful in Portland, Oregon. And then in 1930, a white man, Colonel Sanders, franchised chicken and became the face of fried chicken across the world. And to this day, I will not eat fried chicken in public for fear of being judged. Something I'm trying to deconstruct, but the damage is done. I don't really know what I want you guys to do with this information. Yeah, this isn't even a microphone. This is a key fob. Hey, so these are the CEOs and owners.
Anna Marie from the comments, somebody said the same thing is happening with marijuana legalization right now. Well, also the same people that had a joint, they still in jail while people out here just smoking and doing edibles. So that's another thing to talk about too. Another person says, I keep telling everyone segregation was not for us. We had our own everything. And then this has made its rounds across everything. I told everybody, I knew I heard that song before, and I'm glad that somebody put it together. Take a look. Now, remember, this is live, so you might not get to see this on the playback later because it might have some copyrighted music in it. So if you're not watching it live, you might not see this, okay? Take a look. We'll be right back.
Fergalicious definition make them boys go loco. They want my treasure, so they take their pleasures from my photo. You can't see me, you can't squeeze me. I ain't easy, I ain't sleazy. I got reasons why I tease them. Boys just come and
Now, she took off her comments because, as you know, people, it's always just saying, "Oh, well, you know, there's we're honoring you," and oh, we're emulating you. It's always these, inspiration. There's a big difference between stealing and inspiration. A big difference between creativity and taking somebody's content and not even giving them credit for it. I don't know how to tell that to you guys. I don't know how to rewrite it or how to reword it. I'm just being honest with you. Nikki, audience, what do you think?
I mean, I presume that every nigga knew that when they heard that's where she got that from. I didn't think that was a secret. Maybe she's saying that for like the newer generation, because sometimes they don't seem to know where the samples, come from, or they'll, they think that it's a new song, and it's like, no. But again, I grew up seeing Fergie on fucking Kids Incorporated. Okay, I know this ain't where the fuck she come from. So like, me growing up in music and knowing music and stuff, I've seen her from Kids Incorporated to that fucking Wild Orchid group that she had, pop / R&B, and then you get with you get with the Black Eyed Peas, and now it's rap. And it was a time, because everybody got their nigga phase. Gwen Stefani went through it, and now she's a good old Christian woman and all this type of shit. But everybody has to have a nigga phase to get popular, and then decide that they want to go back to whatever their white roots are and things like that. And we discussed this before. The only person I would say that kind of stayed true the whole time was Pink, because she always gave that rock kind of edge, even though it was R&B. But you thought she was a black girl, but when you saw her, she still had that rock edge, the pink pixie cut, the spiked hair, and it wasn't giving you, I'm trying to be black. So when she finally went into that pop rock era, we were like, okay, this suits you. This is what you were. This is what we knew you were capable of the whole time. So that's fine. Versus where you stay with black culture, and then all of a sudden you don't want to do it. So you do Post Malone, you do Machine Gun Kelly, all these different people. They come in, they take the black route to get the fans, and then they go. So I would say that not the opposite, but the male version of that, I guess, would be Paul Wall. He stayed true to hip hop throughout that. He's never resulted to having to use the N-word. He can still respect the culture because he's in the culture, like having grown up in it. Because you do have people that grow up in black spaces. That doesn't mean that you get a pass for certain things, but it's understandable when you live your life a certain way if you authentically have grown up in that, versus you're from suburbia, then you're pretending to be fucking Malibu's most wanted or some shit, and then here we are. So it's just like, it's funny when you see people like Justin and all that, because it's like, okay, you see the Mickey Mouse Club, you know where you come from, and it's like, and good music is good music. If it sounds good, and everybody in here that plays some Justin Timberlake, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we knew who was behind it. Like, yes, you can sing, but if it wasn't for Timberland, if it wasn't for all these different black producers, that's where the sound come from. If it wasn't Pharrell and Timberland, you would just be another white boy. You know what I mean? So in this particular case, the producer makes the sound, and you can kind of coast off of that. But it's no different. I mean, I hate that she had to turn her comments off, but we know why she turned the comments off, because white people are being like, no, that's not true. Fergie, da 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 da. And it's like, no, bitch, read the fucking Wikipedia, okay? Read the fucking Wikipedia. The bitch ain't from Watts, okay? Like she ain't from Compton. She's from a certain part in California. But let's not try to make it seem like, what I'm saying, she fresh out of fucking Crenshaw or some shit like that. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? She might have been around some niggas, but it wasn't like, we're not gonna sit here and act like, she fresh out the trap or no shit like that. It's just, you at the time, it was the 2000s. People could get away with that type of shit. Now we're paying more attention to it now than we did, back then, because you didn't really you didn't see that too much in the 90s. It's the 2000s is when that really kind of ran rampant with mixing it up and just taking on a black identity and all this type of stuff. And now that's starting to like slowly but surely phase out. But that's what they do. That's what makes the money. colonizing the black culture that's what's going to make the money. That's what's going to make the white people buy it. Because ultimately, that's what you're trying to do. You're not trying to get black people to buy into a culture that we already have. You're trying to get other people to buy into it. You're trying to get the white dollar. You're trying to take that genre and make it pop. That's the whole point of pop. Is pop popular, but once you can cross over to pop, i.e. the white side, that's what you're doing. I'll give an example. Sierra, how the fuck you want to say it? I like her when she knows her lane. She is the princess of crunk and beat. Had she stayed in that lane, she would be a lot more successful as an artist than she is right now. Right now, she's more known for being Russell Wilson's wife. Take that how the fuck you want. Because every time she tries to be the black Britney Spears, it doesn't connect. Her audience is not pop. Her audience is niggas. When she did what's the song? Body. It's got My Body or some Body Party. That went platinum in niggas' households. Had she stuck to what her roots are, she could still have that career. But you don't want to be black famous. Some people I'm hell bent on being where you want white people to know your name. Some people are just like that. But people like, Monica, she has crossover success. She's had pop success given The Boy Is Mine. But she's going to be Gunica for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? She's going to always be black famous. Whereas Brandy might got a teach a crossover into the white part. But it's just certain people that's just going to be black famous, and that's okay because that's your core audience. But every time she tries to cross over and do some real pop shit, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because that is not your base. That is not the people that grew up with you. The goodies people, that's your base. And they've evolved, but they're still R&B. They're still hip hop. They're still crunk and beat. That is your lane. That is an genre that you subsequently created with Missy. And you're giving that up to constantly chase this. I want to be a pop star. I want white people to know who I am, and not just because of my husband. It's just like, bitch, stick to what the fuck works for you, and we'll be happy. Love her down. That listen to Sierra Prayers, some real shit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I got me a Russell Wilson, but I'm just saying, artistically, she would be much more successful in her arena if she sticks to her base and not consistently trying to go outside of that. Yeah. Kind of stick to your roots, stick to the people that help you get there. I hate when artists have a base and they just decide, I'm gonna do this. Beyonce kind of did the opposite. She played the long game. She said, okay, I'm gonna do something in the middle, ambiguous shit. But once I get to a point where I'm successful enough to be a nigga 24/7, I'm gonna be a nigga 24/7. And that's how she played the long game. She took the pop stuff and said, okay, I'm gonna get you white people on board enough to the point where I don't need you anymore. And then I can do whatever I want. And that's the top two sides of that coin. Being able to get to play the long game and get to what you really want to do versus abandoning your base to try and get to the white side of popularity.
That's facts. I'm gonna read some of the comments too. Somebody else said Tina Marie. Actually, Tina Marie was the bomb. I'll give Tina Marie. She could sing. She knew the music. She respected the culture. Like Tina Marie, I'll get it to her. Somebody else, Ray CEO 8775 said JJ Fad recently did a tiny desk concert, and then Kiss My Name says stole all the lyrics with the long back behind. So, I mean, that's what's happening. Also, we're doing this throughout the week and throughout the show. So please note, I put this in the chat feature. I know you're gonna get tired of talking about it, but everybody's getting like their pages taken down. If they don't agree with you, if it's anything against the government, they are taking people's pages down. So this is the link right here. You'll click on that link. We need everybody to do that to go to our actual network, our website, okay? So our website to where we can continue to do FTP network and don't have to have any restrictions. Nikki can say whatever she wants on Court of No Appeals. When you go to the website, you'll go here and it'll look like this. It's very easy. You'll see FTP Live, and then you'll click on FTP Live PC/mobile. Once you're there, it's going to pull this up. You'll just click on enter stream, real easy. And to the right, you already see I'm logged in, but you'll go up here and you'll change your name, okay? You'll change your name and you can change it to whatever you want. And then once it's changed, it will see that you're in here, okay? Once you're done, you'll click this, and this is happening currently live. So you are live just like you're on YouTube and Twitch and Rumble. You're live right here as well. I want to thank all the people that's continuing to join. So we need as many people to join as possible so that we can see as many people as coming over. Just continue to join. We're trying to make sure that the network is working well. Your guys are not having any issues with your phone, etc. And Trey and Jason, they will be sending you like information and surveys throughout the chat just to make sure everything's working correctly. We're doing this for you guys, okay? Because we want to make sure that we can continue this network without having to be shadow banned or without having to have our network canceled, okay? So this is really, really, really important. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Felix, for joining, and Dade County for Life, and Tony and Jay, all you guys. Thank you guys so much. Just join. It's the same content. It's all live, okay? So we just want to let you know. Now, I want to talk about this because I want you guys to be very careful with all the new laws happening with the voting law and the car law. They're about to turn off the cars, and the food laws and the EPA, the hospitals in which you have to be worried about. We played a few of these hospital videos already, and there was a few issues with, you know, these white nurses and doctors talking crazy to black people and mistreating them. We showed a video the other day where they just left this black woman literally having a seizure. She was having a seizure in the chair, seizing, and she was urinating on herself. In a hall, and the cops were there, and they were trying to figure out why they're not giving her the actual treatment and care. And it's like they didn't care. And that was at Overland Park Regional Medical Center. And I talked about that before. So I want you guys to see this, because now they're having AI robots determine if you need care or not. And somebody passed away. Take a look. We will be right back. Stay tuned.
My God, did this 26-year-old student just die in a fake ICU? It's been reported that Connor Hilton, a dental student at the University of Connecticut, was admitted to a Connecticut ICU with alcohol-induced pancreatitis and dehydration. According to NBC News, he was quickly transferred to the ICU, and then not once in the next 4 hours did an on-site doctor visit him there. Instead, the hospital deployed tele-ICU service to watch over him and dictate instructions for his care to staff. At 4:30, the family lawsuit says Connor slid down in bed, his eyes rolled back, and he became unresponsive. To make matters worse, the lawsuit says there was a delay in the tele-ICU directed intubation because the doctor that was supposed to perform it couldn't find the ICU. They weren't there. They had asked for directions, and that took 10 extra minutes. Connor was pronounced dead by a provider on a video screen. His family didn't know there were no on-site doctors. Here's the problem. Roughly 15% of U.S. ICU beds now use tele-ICU, designed to correct doctor shortages but not replace bedside care. But that's what's happening. Remote monitoring instead of physical presence in medicine, emergency medicine, cost savings instead of safety. Connor's family would have demanded transfer if they had known. And here's the question. If remote ICU monitoring is acceptable, what comes next? God forbid that you or a loved one ends up in the ER, but if you do, ask if the ICU has on-site physicians, not remote monitoring, actual doctors fully present in flesh and blood. And if no, demand transfer. Connor deserved a doctor at his bedside. Every patient in a hospital emergency does. Oh my God, did this?
And I'm gonna read some of the comments. Somebody says, why the fuck is it happening to this, what was happening to this country? Another person says, I can't work remote anymore, but my emergency doctors can. Somebody says ICU stands for intensive care unit. Why would they not have doctors? Another person says, what kind of ICU staff? No ICU doctors on site. That can't be legal. And I want y'all to just take a real look at that. That was a white boy who's trying to be a doctor himself, who they sent a telehealth. You seen the little thing with the little wheels, monitor him and watch him pass away. I want you guys to let that sink in for a little bit. If they're treating white people like that, what do you think they're doing to black people? And we showed the video yesterday. And then take a look at this. Just what I was just talking about. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
not wake up just to get her to comply. I had to kick another anesthesia provider out of my OR because of the way that she treated this black patient. This was a young girl who needed a C-section. She was terrified of needles. So beyond informed consent, I sat with her, calmed her down, and really went through spinal and general anesthesia. We get in the OR, and she is shaking, visibly hysterical. So I talk to her again, and she calms down. The other anesthesia provider gets frustrated, so she spins her around and shows her the intubation equipment and says, "If you don't sit still, this is what you get, and you might not wake up." I was furious. I whipped around real quick, stopped what I was doing, and told her she needed to get out because she will not be scaring my patient into compliance. After the case, I found her because this wasn't the first time I noticed this pattern with her. I told her that I've noticed the way that you treat black patients and you don't give them any grace and they're under so much scrutiny. She denied it, and I told her it's really hard to recognize a bad behavior when it's a part of your daily personality. So you have to say something, because if you don't, things like this keeps happening, and that's why Black Maternal Health Week is so important. She told a
And I'm reading a comment. Somebody says, "I'm a critical care nurse. I'm not afraid of needles. And I was shaking right before my epidural. It's a natural reaction to fear and when in labor. Like, what the F changes careers if you hate people?" This is why I'm telling y'all. We showed the video just yesterday. They left that woman having a whole seizure in that chair because I guess the boyfriend or husband filed a claim and they got upset at it. And white folks always get upset. They get upset at the little things, anything. Black people, we got to start going to our black doctors. We got to start getting our black hospitals. We got to start banding together, because you've seen what they did with the white dude. They had a machine go to his bed and monitor him, and he passed away. And nobody cares. They're doing that to white people. What the hell do you think they're doing to black people? Nikki, audience, what do you think?
I mean, this how it is with AI. They're starting to see, because the companies that got rid of all these workers are secretly hiring them back because they're realizing that the AI isn't helping. It's not going to replace the job of a human. I don't give a fuck how much you try to teach AI. It's never going to have the nuances that we as human beings have. You can't do it. So like I said, if they're doing that to white, best believe it's going to be some lawsuits happening over that because it was a white child that died. If it's a black person, they don't give a fuck. But how many corners do you have to cut in emergency medicine? This is not like urgent care, or you shouldn't be doing it at all. I could see if you had AI in the pharmacy or some shit, because you know what I'm saying? You dispense the pills here. I'm going to tell you how to use it. That's it. Like, you want to speed that process up? Okay, fine. But an actual doctor in the ER where you already spending an arm and a motherfucking leg and it's not even a human, so I gotta pay all this money to talk to a motherfucking robot? No, if you're gonna make it cheap, then the service should be cheaper at the very least. But you're trying to cut all these corners, and again, I still can't wrap my head around is if you get rid of people and you get rid of jobs, how are people gonna pay for your fucking product? So you're firing employees, replacing them with robots. So that means your workers are out of work. They're not getting any money. So how are they supposed to spend money and patronize the business and all this if nobody has a job? If everybody is getting replaced by fucking robots, robots don't have money. So how are you going to still be a billionaire when nobody can afford to buy your shit? That's the downside of all of this stuff. Robots can't replace it. Now they're getting sneaky with it, because they're making you seem like you're talking to a real person. This is what these hotels are doing. And it sounds like you're talking to a real person until you start asking specific questions, and it keeps going around the thing. And that's how you know you're talking to a fucking AI, when you start to ask it like the same question or a different question, and it's trying to like revert back to the other answer. And it's getting to the point where now they're sneaking it in. They're not even telling you, hey, you're talking to an AI chat, or they're making it to where you can't even talk to a human being. And after a while, nobody's going to want to do business with you if they can't talk to an actual person, because machines fuck up. Yeah. Y'all done seen all the fucking movies, iRobot, all of that shit. When they start taking over personality of their own and start killing you motherfuckers, then what? When they start switching a mind of they fucking own, if y'all watch Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they did that LMD shit And that fucking robot said, "Oh, bitch, this is what human life is like. Let me join." And started doing shit.
Yeah.
And took over all that stuff. Created a whole new life, all that type of shit. Y'all watch what's gonna happen. When it take over and start killing white folks, then that's when y'all gonna do some shit about AI. Y'all are using AI. It has its advantages. We use it too. But y'all are using it for real nefarious ass purposes. You're either using it to get rid of the workforce, you're using it for digital blackface, you're using it for shit that is not meant to be used for propaganda and all of this type of stuff. Y'all are using AI for everything to not pay people, and I've been going on a blocking spree. When I'm on TikTok and I see these black people, black AI, where I know it's white people using black people, black AI women to sell fucking shit to black women, automatically blocked. Because you're trying to bypass paying actual black women to be influencers for your fucking product by coming up with a fucking AI video, and I know it's white people. You had white bitches on there selling black girl vitamins. Give me a fucking break. Like, the AI is out of control, and it getting into healthcare is going to be a real problem, because a robot cannot diagnose human life. It's just certain things robots can't do. I don't give a fuck how good you program them. It's gonna lead to a lot of mess. But when them robots start turning on the white folks and killing them and shit, when art is starting to imitate life. Life ain't imitating art. Art is imitating life. And it ain't gonna end how they think it's gonna end.
Yep, and by that time it's gonna be too late, because first of all, ain't gonna be nobody to fight. They deporting everybody and jailing everybody and killing everybody. So by that time, and did you see that? I don't know if you saw that video. That robot, I guess it was trying to clean up the table, and it smashed the table, and it barely hit the table, and they cracked the whole table in half. I said, "You think I'm going to be able to go against that?" And it used minimal force to completely crack a table. And that's
somebody in the comments said, "Megan, y'all seen that fucking movie?" You okay? Listen, Chucky was the blueprint. That was a fucking doll, bitch. Chucky was the blueprint. It's getting worse, okay? With this shit, it's getting real fucking freaky out of here. So, if they got white kids out here dying, it's about to be some shit. So, don't nothing happen until it start happening to them. So. That's what it is. And
they watched them die because the people was on the other screen watching it. That's what got me. I said, so it was live humans that watched the machine go to him and watch him suffer for hours before he passed away.
Lawsuit, run me the check.
I said, that's some crazy stuff. Kids, my name says, why weren't they using an IV and heart monitor that beeps as soon as your heart rate drops a certain amount? Well, you're forgetting people are incompetent these days. There's some doctors and nurses, I wouldn't let them prescribe me a Flintstone pill. They can't do shit for me at all. Don't touch me. No, nothing. If you got a recommendation of a specialist, then have me go to the specialist if you don't know what you're doing. But you're not going to be giving me medication. You're not going to be injecting me with any type of vaccines or anything like that until I know what's going on. Also, case my name says, lazy asses don't want to do their damn job. They put black people out of these professions and then slack off. Disgusting. Jamie Mason says, when they grow up in the community, they know what's disrespectful. And what we're going to do, before we do that, saying this throughout the entire show, you guys, please make sure we are launching our network soon. So we want to test everything to make sure it works for you guys properly. I put the actual website right here. That's the host. You just click on it. You click on it and you go to the website. And once you go to the website, it's real easy. We just want to make sure everything is tested correctly. Okay, you guys? We're going to be doing this throughout so that way we can avoid crashes, sound issues, etc. Once you're there, you click on FTP Live right here, and then FTP Live PC Mobile. And then once you're done with that, you'll see everybody to the right. Well, first it'll pop up InterStream. You just click on it, and you see all the people to the right. T-Coop, thank you for joining. I see you over here chatting. Felix B21, thank you so much. Kay's phone, Kay is my name, I believe. Dade County for Life, thank you guys so much. So please make sure to join us so that way we can see it. All to the right, you'll see Vision. That's my name, but you can change your name and you can put your name in here. So once you change your name in here, it will actually pop up over here to the right side, and it will show that you have joined. So please, thank you, Jay Bowman. Jay Bowman just joined, as you just see right here. So thank you for joining. Please, we need as many people to join as possible so we can fix crashes, sound issues, any type of issues wrong with the network, so we can make sure it's working for you, because as you know, they are canceling people's all types of social media accounts. There's blocking their stuff, all that stuff. So this will be our own network. We'll have our own thing. Nikki can say whatever she wants on Court of Appeals. I can say whatever I want. We can really be who we want to be, okay? So please make sure to do that. So I'm going to go to this. I keep telling everybody, and I tell a lot of my friends, with everything going on with the not the travel passes, but the passports. I want you guys to be careful. They're not letting people in the country, back in the country, if you go to a country that they don't like. I was hearing about this, but now I kept telling my friends, be careful. I have friends that want to go to Mexico. I said, be careful, because if they say they don't like you and they don't want you coming back, that's it. So take a look at this. We'll be right back.
America shut down my bank account because I'm in Cuba. I'm in Cuba, and Trump's new sanctions just landed. I tried to open my bank account yesterday, and just because I tried to open it, it no longer exists. The account is shut down. The new sanctions are fucking crazy. Basically, it makes it so that anybody that America deems as in Cuba to benefit Cuba in any capacity may no longer be able to return to the United States. Whether an immigrant or non-immigrant, it doesn't matter. They take away your bank accounts, and any relative that you have in the United States over 18 may no longer ever be able to return to the United States. It's devastating to Cuba. It makes it so that people all over the world are like, oh, hell no. I can't go to America. I can't conduct business in America. I can't go shopping in America. Capitalism at its finest, trying to devastate Cuba. And the first stages of it are already happening to me. And this is as someone from within the empire with the privilege of being a fucking dumbass American. Mi última vez aquí, para el nuestro convoy, in marzo, the same thing happened. I tried to open my Cash App and make a transaction. That account no longer exists either. Fuck me. What does that mean for the Cuban people? As someone that had the luck of the draw to be a part of this imperialist bullshit regime the United States is, we have to sacrifice our sweet-ass little lives for those that are being occupied, whether it's here, there, everywhere. Injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. So what does this mean for the Cuban people? That means possibly the empire is going to scare people to never come here so that Cuba can be further isolated so that they can do the same thing that they did to Venezuela. So we have to fight against that. The reason that Gaza and Palestine have gotten to the level that it is at, with over 4 billion different social media accounts in support, that's not people, but different accounts in support of a free Palestine, we have to.
And you can check the rest of that out. That is on our actual shorts. And Judge Mathis, because of all the laws, I'm telling y'all, all these laws are changing. He has something to say as well. So I want you guys to take a look at this, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
On the last day of Women's Black History Month, the Federal Department of Education has issued an order that will devastate the cosmetology and massage therapy industries that provide a majority of the small businesses in our community. And the Federal Department of Education is requiring that within 2 years of graduation from cosmetology school, that the students earn above average wages. Otherwise, the school itself will be shut down. Even the Department of Education suggests that 92% of the schools will close based on this new order. You have to contact your congresspeople and your United States senators and ask them to have this federal government remove that requirement from the Department of Education to avoid closure of the schools that our community. Hey, folks, on the last on so much, you must vote. That's why it was so important that the Voting Rights Act yesterday by the Supreme Court's decision has been damaged. But we have to continue to fight, have to continue to make sure we elect individuals who are going to represent our interests best.
So I'll read some of the comments here. There was one person that said, trust me, their Caucasian family members will also be affected also. Consider them as stylists as well. You're not hurting the African-American community, you're also hurting your own people as well. they need those same services. We will survive with or without you. And then another person says, this is to stop the predatory practices many schools have that are landing many in debt, and they can't afford to pay because the certification or schooling doesn't allow them to make more than a high school graduate after attending. This applies to college careers as well. People are getting into crazy debt for a degree or a certification that doesn't pay more than a high school diploma can make. I think it's a good thing to keep people out of debt. You can still attend it, but if it isn't viable, don't expect for the government to fund it. It's just wasteful. I can see two sides of the whole thing, because there have been, I think it was Everest College, and it was another big one, and all these people racked up all this debt. And when they got unaccredited, they couldn't get a job. They couldn't get hired. So then they still had to pay the student loans, though, because the student loans were still there. So that's when they had that whole big lawsuit. This has been going on for like, I guess, good 20 years. And then I guess they wiped out most of their debt. And that's what also this whole thing with the government with erasing your debt for people that went to these like fraudulent schools, because these schools were fraudulent. They couldn't use the degree. The degrees were worthless. People were in debt, etc. So I can see it that way. But at the same time, I also see it the other way, is that we know that the government, they trying to target Black people. Every time they target us, they target everybody else, because we create everything. We build everything. We keep everything maintained. And it's funny because I think Judge Mathis, and somebody said he voted for Trump, and I believe he did as well. So it's now all of a sudden I'm starting to see people like him and others who voted for Trump like, oh my God, the Voting Rights Act. And now people are getting scared. Now people are panicking. It's too late. Damage is done. Audience and Nikki, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I can understand about the predatory school, but in this particular case, one don't have anything to do with the other. There's a way to police predatory lending without having to do this. What this big, beautiful bill is saying, that if you graduate from cosmetology school and you don't make X amount of dollars, you're going to punish the school for that. That's not predatory. That has nothing to do with predatory lending. You when you get out of school, if that's the case, we would all go to college and be guaranteed 6-figure jobs if that was the case. But you can't predict that. Once you have the degree, you have to go out there and see what the job market is like. So you can graduate from a school, an accredited school, but if the job market is trash, that's not the school's fault. What if you graduate from a prestigious university, but the job market is trash? That shouldn't have anything to do with the school. All of this goes by, nobody cared about college. White people didn't care about college until Black people wanted to go. When Black people wanted to go, it used to be a high school diploma or a GED was enough for you to have a wonderful fucking life. But then white people started going to college. And you tell other white people, go to college, da-da-da-da. And it was cheap, or it was either cheap or fucking free. Mm-hmm. Then when Black people started wanting to go to school, now all of a sudden we got to make stipulations. Now we got to put loans on it. Now we got to charge people to go. Now it's all these things to deter Black people from going. But Black people, you know what we do? You can't deter us from nothing. We're going to do it anyway. So now not only do Black people have to pay to go to school, now white people got to pay to go to school too. Mm-hmm. It used to be free for you, but you didn't want niggas to go. So now you got to pay. These predatory schools exist because you was trying to catch Black people up, and guess what? You ended up catching white people up in the process. Everything you think that's gonna make us fail, it fails on y'all. All these Black people that went out here stepping and fetching for Trump, now that the Voting Rights Act has been gutted, fuck y'all. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Killer Mike, you and your Ozempic, face, go sit the fuck down somewhere. Okay? Go eat a motherfucking sandwich and leave us the fuck alone. Go eat one of them fish sandwiches you be hawking and leave us the fuck alone. All of you Black people that was make America great again, and now you're starting to see how this is going to affect you and how this is going to affect your fan base, i.e. your bottom fucking line. Now y'all starting to get scared. Because if your fan base don't fucking exist, you don't fucking exist. Because if your fan base can't eat, they can't buy your shit. Mm-hmm. And if they don't buy your shit, you don't fucking eat. Y'all starting to see where this is going. He's not going to be in office forever. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. So the video you played earlier about they don't want to say, it's in the fucking Constitution. He can't have no more terms. The bitch ain't going to make it through this one. How the fuck you going to put it through? What the fuck is this going to be? Weekend at Bernie's 3? Cause other than that, unless you're gonna prop this dead bitch up for another, it's not gonna happen. He barely hanging on now. This bitch is going on live TV telling y'all he is taking dementia tests. Or it's an elephant. That's not an IQ test, my boy. That's not an IQ test. Identifying a fucking giraffe is not an IQ test, okay? They trying to make sure that your dementia ain't as bad today as it was yesterday. He's not gonna make it. And when he dies, it is going to take decades. I'm gonna be on fucking Social Security if Social Security is left by the time they fix what this man has done. We could get a Democrat in here now, and 4 more terms after that. It still ain't gonna be fixed. What the fuck this man has done to the country? You could start the war today. It's gonna be another maybe a year to patch up this shit with gas prices and all the stuff that's going on. If you was to stop the war today, he can't even stop the war. He started the shit, and Iran said, "Bitch, we gonna finish when the fuck we feel like it." And guess what? We niggas got time today. The brown got time today. So now you done fucked us up with that. Are we great yet? We was never great to begin with. How the fuck is it going? So all you coons out there that was Kamala Harris, she locked up black men and da 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 and all this type of stuff. But you was for Trump, or you said, hey, don't vote at all. If you told people not to vote, that's still a vote for Trump. Not voting at all was still a vote for Trump. Because you allowed the people that did vote for him to outnumber the other side. So whether you voted third party or not at all, you're still responsible for having this motherfucker in here. Don't try to ease your conscience with nothing the fuck else. All you leftists, all you people that, I made a mistake. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't forgive you. I'm never forgiving you. I don't give a fuck. One thing about a Scorpio, we already hold grudges, bitch. I don't care. We already hold grudges. It's nothing to us. We don't care. We're not having you with open arms. You knew what the fuck you was doing. It's affecting you now. And that's the only reason you give a fuck. All you people that's right here killing like, we need to mobilize. Where the fuck was your ass mobilizing when we could have had a black woman in here? But y'all so fucking misogynistic, and you niggas hate black women so fucking much that you rather have a white man telling y'all what the fuck to do. Because you would rather have a white man tell you what to do than to have a black woman to lead you to the fucking promised land, or as close as we gonna motherfucking get in the White House. But you'd rather have a white man tell you what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Where it go back to? Silk press fucking Jesus. Y'all always looking for the white man to save you. Yep. That's why we never going. That's why you niggas still out here talking about somehow Obama didn't never do nothing. Okay, well then if Obama didn't do shit, what the fuck did Reagan do for you? I'll fucking wait. What did Nixon do for you? What did George Sr. do for you? What did George W. do for you? Hell, what the fuck did Clinton do? Matter of fact, Clinton did more. And he fucked a lot of niggas up too.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole super predator shit, all that type of stuff. So what the fuck did these white men do for you? Democrat or Republican? What the fuck did they did for you? Since you love to say Obama didn't do shit, what did the white man do? Run me the fucking list ASAP. No fucking Rocky. Run me the goddamn list. I want to know what the crackers did for you that Obama didn't. Since y'all love to say he didn't do nothing for black people, what the fuck did you want him to do? Hand out grills to every nigga? What you want him to do? Give every nigga a business? Give every nigga a PPP loan? What the fuck did you want him to do? He did stuff. He might not have did what the fuck you wanted, but he was the president for everybody, not just the people that voted for him. That's the fucking difference. Yep. Trump and all these Republicans are only the president for people that voted for them. That's not how this works. When you sitting in that fucking office, you are governing the people whether they like you or fucking not. And this man in this White House is treating it like a fucking popularity contest. Well, if you didn't vote for me, then you don't get this. A whiny ass bitch. We got a fucking elderly ass child in the fucking White House. And y'all voted for this shit.
Yep.
Because you just wanted to be racist. It costs money to be racist. And now y'all can't afford it. So you priced yourself out with the fucking racism, okay? You priced yourself out of being racist. Ain't that some shit? Voted for the racists and then simultaneously priced yourself out of being able to be racist. Because now you're poor with the fucking niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? Joke's on you. Plot twist.
Before we go to our closing videos, everybody that did join the FTP network today, we'll be doing that tomorrow because we're trying to do a test, so it's all week. So thank y'all. We're going to start moving you guys over to that network. So I want to appreciate you guys that did it. We'll send a thank you to everybody that did. I really do appreciate that. Not submit feedback. Sorry about that. But I see. Hold on for a second. I just want to make sure we are in here for a second. So I see Brown Girl, Dade County for Life, Felix, Brian H, Dazzling Multipass, T Coop, J-Bo 23, Felix V 21, Case Phones, J Bow 23, J. So it's a lot of same names. We're gonna have this list a little bit more condensed as well, but we want to thank you guys for doing that because this is going to be the network. So if anything happens to FTP, just like happening to the other stuff, I'm seeing so many people's content. We showed that black guy. He said that, you know, he's not about to put himself out there for people that's just not fighting for themselves. You know, he's just not doing it no more. So we're still out here trying to fight for you guys, give you guys a community, build a network, etc. So that will be our network. We're trying to launch that soon. So y'all participation in making sure that y'all go to the website and watch it live right there. That's how we can fix to make sure that everything is working correctly for you. Okay. So we want to thank you for that and appreciate that. And I got this, we're going to do our closing videos. And I'm call this, we got a few crash out videos. This was a Somerville police arrested 13-year-old selling flowers as people questioned the aggressive response. Take a look.
But why are you being arrested though? I don't know. But
And then take a look at this. Washington woman arrested after drunkenly chasing a kid on a dirt bike with her car and then tried to break into a stranger's house. Take a look.
Oh my God. Hell, this lady's crazy. Trying to run. Oh my God. No kidding. Oh my God. Oh my.
And then this guy tried to steal this black man's car. Take a look.
Get the kids out of the way.
Call 911. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
A man attempts to steal a car and is shot and killed by the driver. You can see the suspect approach the vehicle there. You then see the driver start to fight him off. This all happened while the driver's family was inside the car with several kids around. Once the whole family is out of that vehicle, you then see the suspected carjacker try to take off in the vehicle. The driver of the car is then seen backing away from the car. He draws his gun. He circles around the vehicle, then shoots and fires at that suspected carjacker, killing him. Now, before the deadly shooting, police say the suspect.
And you can read that. That's on our actual shorts. And then again, leave black people alone. Take a look.
I'm talking, man. Stay in the ground. So if you come over here, Patrick.
Leave us alone.
And here's some words of encouragement. You know, as you know, black people, we always going to survive. We always going to grow. And this guy had a good message. Take a look.
We've survived. Look for somebody we don't know and tear down somebody we grew up with. We'll share everybody else's vision and question our own brothers the moment he gets a little momentum. The most dangerous opinion about your dream is redlining. All of it. We came through it all. And now the thing slowing us down is us not being able to handle each other winning. That's not a system problem anymore. That's a character problem. You can't.
And that's a good message to hear. And one last thing, a funny laugh. Jimmy Kimmel created this. Take a look. We'll be right back.
I can't say for certain, but I know when Donald Trump seen this video, he was pissed.
Nobody said getting older was easy. You're struggling to stay awake. Your memory is fading.
Our great First Lady, who's here someplace. Let's see. I think this is our First Lady.
Your dear lifelong friends are dead. And no matter what you do, you just can't get your pull up. It's time to make yourself great again with Resign. Go back to doing the things you love. No more intelligence briefings, questions about the war you started, or shaking hands with the French. Resign will lift the weight of the world off your cankles so you can grab life by the again. Ask your conscience if Resign is right for you. Side effects include spontaneous celebrations, loss of ballroom, and firm global erections that will last for years to come. Get your life back and give us ours with Resign.
And that is all of our closing videos of today. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate everybody that went over to our network. Remember, that's really important for us. Nikki, anything upcoming? Where can they find anything exciting?
Working on the FTP network, working on some new merch and stuff like that. In the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram at bitch_happens. And hubby and I have a page on Instagram called Partners in Petty. So check us out over there. We'll be having some content for you guys within the next month or so. This is the FTP store. I'll be working on some new merch, but we currently have a 50% off sale. So if you have been eyeing something, and now's your chance to get it at a very low price. We're going to probably start recycling out some items. So if it's something that you've had your eye on, you might want to get it now because it may not be available to make room for newer items. So make sure you go and grab it now. So that's pretty much it. That's what we got coming up. Next month or later this month, we should have new episodes according to Appeals, Bitch Happens podcast. That'll be coming towards the end of May. So be on the lookout for that. So that's pretty much what we're working on.
Awesome. And I'm going to give you all one more look at the actual website as well that we're working on that she mentioned earlier. Tomorrow we'll be doing the same thing as well. So please make sure you tune in. When you do tune in, if you can watch, still watch it on YouTube and everything, but also we want you guys to please go to the website just to make sure any kinks and stuff is worked out. And you click on FTP Live PC/mobile. Once you're there, you go in here, you just click on Enter Stream. To the right, you'll go ahead and you'll change your name. You can change it to whatever. And then it'll pop up right here. And thank you for everybody that came over here. We really appreciate it. And then once you're done, you'll just click the play button that's right here. And then they'll start playing the actual video. So we want to thank you guys for that as well. Also, we will be back tomorrow again at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trey will be with us here tomorrow as well. He's usually here on Wednesdays. And also, if you have any suggestions or anything, we have made a few additional updates. So make sure that if you want to be on the show, I've seen a lot of people say they want to be on the show. Well, you got to attend the show. The problem is when we send out stuff to people to be on the show, they either can't make it or, they have something come up or et cetera. So if you're just one of our regular viewers and it's just like what they do on a live talk show and you want to come on the show and talk, I'll just put the link there. You just come on the show, you talk with us about the topics, okay? Other than that, please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Never do that. I'm hating from the sidelines of my red MAGA hat. Becky with the boneless hair.
I'm Travis Kelce, and I really miss dating black women.
Do you enjoy yelling at strangers and refuse to mind your own fucking business? Introducing MAGA Karen, the limited edition action figure that's just as unsolicited as your opinions. MAGA Karen comes equipped with all the essentials. A Fox News mug, because the best part of waking up is racism in your cup. Next up is a Red Bullshit energy drink, infused with 100% pure indignation and zero nutritional value, just like your diet. And, of course, Trump dump adult diapers, because one thing a Karen is always prepared to do is shit a brick. But the best part, she talks. Just push her buttons, they're very sensitive, and she'll unleash her greatest hits like,
I want to speak to the manager right now, or I'll call the fucking cops. Get the fuck out of my country. I wonder just how racist I can be today. Fuck you, fuck your feelings, and fuck facts.
If you enjoy weaponizing whiteness, religion, and Wi-Fi, MAGA Karen is the best friend you've always wanted, but never had because you're such an insufferable bitch. MAGA Karen, powered by Facebook, fueled by Fox News. Exclusively available at Walmart. Entitlement